So I have Creo up already, and we're going to look at the next homework problem. I'm actually going to skip over to 6.4. So if we look at the handout, 6.4 is the fixed bearing cup. Okay, the fixed bearing cup. So what we're going to do is we're going to start by revolving this cross section first. And then I'll show you how to pattern the bolt circle that's in here. And then I'll probably leave the fillets and such up to you, but we'll construct the revolve, the cross section, revolve it, and then we're gonna add in the holes around the outside, okay? So I am going to minimize that. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna go to Creo, and I already have my working directory set up, so I'm ready to start a new file, and this one's going to be called Fixed Bearing Cup. Fixed. Remember, you can't have any spaces in Creo. Fixed Bearing Cup. Whoopsie, cup. And we're going to hit OK. Okay, now this one I am going to look at the right side because we're going to be creating that profile and then rotating it about its axis. So we're going to go right side here. I don't know why I do this all the time. I need to hit revolve first, tell it what I want to do. I want to define right side, and then we're going to say sketch. Okay, so that's where we're at. And I am going to kind of come in here. And we're first going to put in our datum center line. So there's two center lines on this ribbon. There's one over here in the sketching area. We don't want that one. We're going to be over here in the datum center line. And we need to put this in so that it knows that we're going to do that revolve, and then middle mouse button. Okay. Now, once I'm here, I'm going to just quickly draw a line. And I'm going to kind of do this as kind of a line so that I can get myself in perspective so it's not so big. The largest diameter here is 5 inches. So I'm going to double click on this, put 5, and then that way when I zoom in here, my proportions are going to be good. So I'm just going to get rid of this by putting a box around it. Whoopsie, box to select it, and then just, oh, I don't want to do that. I'm going to just select it and then hit delete because I'm going to leave my center line. If my box crosses that center line, it also is going to select that. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to create that profile up here on the top. I'm going to grab it, and I'm going to start with the line command. I'm going to go right on the line command here, or on the line, the vertical line right there. I'm going to go up a little ways. I'm going to go out, over. I'm going to resist the urge of trying to make them equal, okay? And then I'm going to go back over here. I'm going to go up. And again, just making this profile so that down below, that it looks somewhat like what I see here. I'm going to go like this, this. I want these to be even. So you see how it's wanting to make these different things equal? I don't want that, okay? I'm going to come back down here and then there, okay. All right, I think I've got it. So sometimes when we can't get things to do what they want, they might have inadvertently gotten a constraint added to them as you were creating your profile, for instance. And then we've got to kind of watch and get rid of those. That happens sometimes. I'm going to do a shift and my middle mouse button to kind of, oopsie, where's my mouse? Here it is. Shift, middle mouse button to bring this down. Okay. All right. Okay. And I'm just going to kind of pull some of these out so that I can see these values. And oops, I didn't want to do that. I just want to move the dimension. Oh, Creo, you are amazing. Why is it now? Yeah. What's the next one? And just trying to put these out, and it's all like bleh. This one. There we go. Yeah. Okay. All right. I think
you're not teaching it next year how to spite.
Mind Creo. I don't. It's just a little quirky sometimes. I'm like, I think I do feel And I'm not, this is not a diss on Creo, so don't get really upset with me, Creo. I know you're open right now. But I do find SolidWorks is just easier, just like, and more enjoyable, right? For some reason, I don't know. So so Creo just sometimes is like, Creo. All right. So let's start getting our numbers where they need to be. So 5 inches on the outside. Then I've got 3.5 here. Right? And then I've got 3.125 here. The distance here is going to be 0.25. This one is going to be 0.38. This distance right here is 0.25. Ooh, 0.125. Okay, so let's scooch that over. Then I'm going to do a dimension between this angle and that angle, and that is going to be 40 degrees. And now you'll notice that these are not even between them. So I need to get this one. What I'm going to do is I'm going to do another dimension from here to here. This one is going to be 20. Okay.
You got attacked by a bird.
I saw that it hit the window. All right. Make sure when you're trying to move the dimensions that your menu, like your dimension, is not activated, like it wants to do another dimension, otherwise it won't move it. I'm sure you've discovered that along the way, but it's one of those things too, where I'm like, I want to move that dimension, but then I've got to get out of the command. 1.75. I hope it's not too early. Oh, it's not going to move me. Why not? This dimension is 3. Dimension is 1.875. Must be constrained somehow, so I'll have to put this up. Oh, because of this. That's why. We're going to go up with this, up with this. Okay.
Oh,
Let me see.
close the door.
This dimension,
Yes.
oops, it's actually right there. 2.5. And then I've got, now I should be able to do the 1.875. There we go. This one back to 0.125. And then this one I need from here to here is going to be 0.625. So it'll make it kind of long for now. But then I'm going to do a dimension from this end to this end. And that's going to be 1.125. 1.25, sorry. There we go. Okay, now I believe my profile is all set. Okay, now, so now I'm ready to do I'm going to do my feature requirements, all check marks. That's good. I'm going to hit OK, and this is going to be then, that profile rotated. Okay. All right. So now I'm going to say, OK, that looks good to me. And I need to add the holes on that flange. So this is the flange face right here. If we go peek back at our drawing, okay, I need to add these holes right here. So 5 by 3/8 equally spaced. Okay, so if there's 5 of them on there and we take 360 and we divide by 5, what's my number? What's my number? So 360 divided by 5, it is 72. So we're going to first add one of the holes, and then we're going to do an axis pattern around. So let's do that. We're going to do an extrude on this surface right here, okay? And we're going to first start by putting a construction line in place, And the first hole that we're going to use to clock this is going to be right along the vertical axis up here. I'm going to do a construction circle with the center line right here. And this is going to go out to there. Okay. Oops. And I want to do my sketch view back because I rotated a bit. And my radius on this is a bolt circle that is on, let me see here. There it is, 4 1/4. So that means it's going to be 2.125 radius. There we go. So now I'm going to turn off that construction mode. Go over to my circle so I make a regular circle. If yours comes out in that dotted line format, you know that you're still in the construction mode, and all you got to do is just hit escape and go back in. And then this diameter is 0.375. Okay, so that's where that one is. Now this is going to be through that flange, okay? So it looks like if I look at my feature requirements, I'm good to extrude. Going to assume that I want to add, I want to remove, I want to toggle and change my direction. And I want this to be through all. There we go. There's my first one. Okay, with that activated, extrude 1 activated, that's my hole. I'm going to go up to pattern. And underneath the dimension, I'm going to click that down arrow, go to axis. Select your rotating axis first. That's this center line right here, okay? That center line right there. I get on the back side here, which is totally fine because I picked back there, which is no problem. I'm going to hit OK and look at, oh, what did I do? That's not right. So I didn't do it right. I need 5 evenly spaced, and I got too excited. So I was too eager to get it in. So I'm going to click on that. I'm going to go to edit definition, and it comes back up, okay? So I'm going to change this from 4 to 5, and I'm going to do my angle between 72, we said, right? 72. And then I'm going to say, okay, that looks good. That's 5 on there now. There's my 5, okay? So easy to change if I need to. Now, what's left on here for you to do is to add the fillets, okay? So there is a note there for the fillets and what they should be in each one of the locations. So go ahead and do that. I just wanted to make sure that you knew how to put the bolt pattern in, how to create the revolve, and then now I want you to finish up with those final little details, okay? All right, so I'm going to stop there.